Am I the asshole? For leaving everything to my bio children, and none to my step. If DONF have been battling cancer since I was 28. It's came back 3 times, and now I am at a point in my life where I am comfortably living with cancer. I have 2 daughters and there's 20, with children, one being widowed. I remarried 2 years ago to a man with 4 children. One's still living at home with us, he's 19. It's been weighing heavy on my mind to make sure everything's in order in case of the worst, and I told my husband I had planned to leave everything to my children and grandchildren. I wanted to make sure they were set. He got upset and said, "That was horrible, BC. I married a man knowing he had children. That what I was doing was horrible and would make them feel unloved. I love my stepchildren like my own, but one of my daughter are a 29-year-old widow with 3 young children. My husband is an oral surgeon, he makes great money, and what he chooses to do with it after he passes is up to him. He's been very upset by this and has not been talking to me, and he even told his eldest daughter, who's also had many tragedies in her life, and she brought it up. When she stopped by the house, she was also upset by this. I don't have much to offer, not like my husband, but I don't see the big deal. I don't want their feelings hurt. My husband says it's the principle I married a man with children. Am I the asshole? Yeah. Not the asshole. He got upset and said you were horrible? Oh wow. He told one of his kids, ask to see his will, beneficiary designations, right now. I doubt your kids are on there. Rightfully so. You've been married for 2 years, and you both have adult children. No. You've been married for 2 years, and he wants you to leave money to his kids? His adult kids? Lolo. Is he planning on leaving money to your kids? I'm willing to bet he's not. And I guarantee you, if you pass before him, your kids won't see a dime. He's an oral surgeon. He makes good coin. He can take care of his own adult kids if he wants to. Not the asshole. You married a man who had a 17-year-old and 3 grown children, didn't even raise them, and your husband thinks you're supposed to give them what you'd pass on to your daughters and grandkids? That makes no sense to me. It takes a special kind of to fight with your cancer-battling wife of 2 years because of who takes what after she dies. OP, not only you're not the asshole, but I'd also think really hard about what you're really getting out of this marriage. Did he marry you for your money? I can't imagine someone expecting that you would leave money to people who've only been related to you for 2 years. Does he have a lot of debt? Not the asshole. Not the asshole. My aunt died from lung cancer. No will. Her second husband took everything: homes, finances, insurance, and her 3 sons got nada. Good on you for figuring this out now before your children get stepped on later. Sorry about your cancer. Lady, you are being manipulated. Stop falling for it. Your children are grown and all but one of his is. You've never been in a position to be responsible for providing for them. Why would you start now? Leave your children what you wish with 0 input from anyone else. Not the asshole, but this says more about your husband than you. I'd be introspecting hard on things with him. He may be a high earner as an oral surgeon, but I would not be surprised if he married you for money. Of your 51 years of life, this man has not been in 49 of those. It sounds like, with exception of the 19-year-old, all his other 3 children are adults. Why on earth would they expect to be part of the will of a woman they only met 2 years ago when they were already grown-ups? I believe you need to revisit this relationship. As Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Not the asshole, and get well. You have only been married for 2 years and do not really know 3 of these children. You have every right to leave things to your bio children. If your husband is upset, ask him if you want to give money to your kids from this savings so they can live easier lives. See how he responds. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Nothing is owed, and I'm appalled that with your health condition, he is giving you the cold shoulder over this. You've every right to do what you want with your will. I could understand if you grew up his children for most of their lives, But you've married him 2 years ago, and his children are adults too. Besides this, it seems that your daughter needs it more. Not the asshole. You've been married 2 years to a man with adults, or nearly adult children, and he's upset that they're not getting anything in your will? WTF? You did not raise these kids of his, and you don't owe them anything that you don't want to give. Your husband's motives feel fishy and sinister. Makes no sense what he is saying. Info: are your children in his will? What will he be leaving behind for your daughters? Not the asshole. You married this man 2 years ago, and only one of them, still an adult, lives at home. It would be different if you had married 18 years ago, when the 19-year-old was 1 year old, and the other children were still of elementary school age. Your partner's manipulating you. They want your money, and aren't being shy about it. I would leave. Not the asshole. It's your life and your decision who gets what when you die. You have zero, and I mean zero, obligation to give your stepchildren anything. The fact your husband thinks there's a principle here is just demonstrative of how far off base he is with this. They won't feel loved if you don't give them money? What a screwed up value system. It's not his or your stepchildren's money, and what you do with it is not their concern. Rather, the vulture approach both he and his daughter have taken would make me question whether they were more concerned about and loving of me or my possessions. You're not the asshole, but they certainly are. Don't keep the will at home. I'm 28. My stepdad has been in my life since I was 5. He has beau kids. I still don't expect money from his estate. Maybe a sentimental item important to us, but nothing really. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You have no assurance that your children will be left anything unless you do it. Not the asshole. None of this makes sense. Why do grown adult children, whom you've known for less than 4 years, think they're entitled to your life's work? I wonder what the doctor's finances look like. Me smell a gold digger. Not the asshole. You have been married for 2 years, lol. Not 20. Leave everything to your children. No offense, but it sounds like once you pass, they will forget about you in 2 seconds. He is an oral surgeon, and he is quibbling at all over money. Oh, up. Def, not the asshole. Leave her a nice candy dish or something. Man, that husband is a piece of work. He does nothing to contribute to your estate, but thinks he gets a vote on distribution. Screw that. Leave him a box of graham crackers, and tell him to be happy with that.